presidency of the United States. He scored an upset victory Saturday night when he won the Florida straw poll. Now a Fox News poll shows him running in third place. His memoir, This is Herman Cain, My Journey to the White House. There you go. Hits bookstores on Tuesday. Please welcome Herman Cain. Well, nice to meet you. I've watched your rise over the last couple of weeks. It's been fascinating. I read your book. I thought it was really good. I enjoyed it very much.
Very nice.
Tell people about yourself.
Well, I'm a native of Atlanta, Georgia, graduate of Morehouse College in 1967. I also have a master's degree in computer science. I worked for the Pillsbury Company, climbed my way up the corporate ladder to become a vice president. Then I went to the Burger King Corporation, climbed the ladder again, become a vice president of the Burger King Corporation. Did such a good job there that they made me president and CEO of Godfather's Pizza.
Wow.
From that job, I became president of the National Restaurant Association. So I've had over 40 years of executive experience.
Right. So, there you go. So, what you're saying is, if you're elected president, nobody's going to starve to death, all right?
No, they're not. Right. They won't starve to death because I'm going to make sure they can get a job.
Okay, really? Okay.
That's the main way. Make sure they get a job. Now, they won't starve.
A lot of people might be surprised to learn this is not your first time running for president.
Correct.
When did you run the first time?
Well, back in 2000, I signed up and ran for president for about 30 days. Okay. And then Governor Bush got in, and everybody just cleared the deck, so I withdrew the application. Okay. Never thought, didn't have any idea whether I was going to do it again, so I did it for a very brief period of time.
Now, you won the straw poll last week. Were you surprised by this?
I was surprised at how big the margin was.
Right.
We were hoping to be in 1 or 2, and we exceeded our expectations, but the fact that the margin was twice the second place person, and it was basically bigger than the second and third put together. 37% of the vote.
Perry got 15. I think Romney got 14.5, something like that.
And Jay, you know, let me just mention what that result said. 2 very important points. It said, first of all, the voice of the people is much stronger than the voice of the media because they were trying to boil it down to 2 people. The second message is more powerful than money. We didn't spend a lot of money to try to influence that vote. We rented a bus and went all over the state of Florida talking to people. Right. What a novel idea, and that's what made the difference.
Okay, now, Sarah Palin said you were the flavor of the week. How do you respond to that?
Well,
and she called you Herb, by the way.
She called me Herm, but I'm going to forgive her. She doesn't know that only my enemies call me Herm. So I'm going to forgive her this time. But the fact that she called me Flavor of the Week, if you look at what has happened, that might be true with some people. But I happen to believe that there's ice milk and there's Haagen-Dazs black walnut. Substance. That's the difference. I got some substance here, okay? I'm Haagen-Dazs black walnut. It lasts longer than a week. The black walnut, is it? On the black walnut, it lasts longer than a week, okay?
All right.
Because of substance, and that's going to make the difference.
Now, her deadline to announce was today, or her self-imposed deadline. She said the end of September. Do you think she's going to run for president?
I don't have any inside information, but I don't believe that she's going to run. She has been a great voice for the conservative cause out there, but I don't think that she's going to run.
Okay, now you got the GOP courting Chris Christie. Oh, everybody who's not in, we want that guy all of a sudden. Do you want him in the race?
It doesn't matter. Just like it didn't matter if Rick Perry got in. I stick to my message. I stick to what I'm talking about, common sense solutions. And you've already given me a middle name that my parents didn't give me, 999, but that's okay. I don't mind. If he gets in, he gets in. But see, here is the thing that I would recommend to Governor Christie. Don't do it because of the media hype. If you don't do it because you really want to do this for your reasons from the bottom of your heart, don't do it, because I had to go through some soul searching before I made that decision.
Well, let's talk about this 999 plan, because this seemed to resonate with people. It seems easy to understand. Explain what it is. Now I have a couple of questions.
It's my economic growth and jobs plan. It starts with throw out the current tax code, which is inefficient, costly, and everybody hates it. Pass legislation that has a 9% business flat tax, a 9% personal income tax, and a 9% national sales tax. No loopholes, All businesses are treated the same. It's very simple and understandable, and that's why I believe it's resonating with people. And it will replace corporate income taxes, personal income taxes, capital gains taxes, estate taxes, as well as the payroll tax. All will be collected with the 999 plan.
Now, will it raise more money or less money than what we have now?
Initially, it will raise the same amount of money. We call that revenue neutral. But when businesses get some certainty that that's going to be around for a while, then this economy is going to start to grow.
Well, let me ask you now, let's take a family making $20,000, $25,000 a year.
Right.
They make negative, like they get money back from the government. They essentially pay no income tax. So you and I, which are pretty wealthy guys, we'd be paying the same rate as the guy making minimum wage. Does that seem fair, or is there an equity there?
Yes, and here's why. Remember, even though they might be making $25,000 a year, they're paying the payroll tax, which is 15.3% off the top of their gross wages. That 15.3 goes away. They're now paying 9%, so they're picking up a 6 percentage point difference. Secondly, on the national sales tax piece, if you buy used cars, used homes, no tax. So they have an advantage. Yes. So they have an advantage to be able to leverage and to stretch their dollars further because it's not on. It's only on new
All
goods
I buy is
services.
used cars. That'd be fabulous for me. Let me,
you save a whole lot of money.
Now, let me get you some thoughts on some of these candidates.
All right.
Give me your quick, I'll go down the list. Give me a quick. Rick Perry.
Now, you know this is going to get me in trouble.
I'm trying to get you in trouble. Rick Perry.
Rick Perry. Good governor.
Good governor. All right. Mitt Romney.
Mitt Romney. Good hair.
Good hair. Ron Paul.
Grumpy old man.
Grumpy old man. Michelle Bachmann.
Very nice lady.
Very nice lady.
Yes.
All right. Rick Santorum.
Stressed.
Stressed. John Huntsman.
He wears ties just like Mr. Cain.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Have you noticed that?
I didn't notice that, but I will. Okay. Newt Gingrich?
Brilliant.
Brilliant. Okay.
Brilliant.
Okay. Very good. Now, Donald Trump. You guys, what does Donald Trump have to do? All the candidates now seem to go meet with Donald. He doesn't have any delegates.
No.
I mean, maybe you can get him to buy you lunch, but what does he bring to this that all of a sudden all the Republicans have to run to him?
A large microphone.
Yeah.
Because he has a platform that he can talk about the different candidates, express his opinion, whether you like it or not. He has an opportunity to be on a lot of shows. The thing that you don't want is for him to say, quote, well, I've never met Herman Cain. So it's to meet him such that he'll get to know me a little bit firsthand.
Let me ask about something, and this kind of bothered me. You said you would not appoint a Muslim to your cabinet. That doesn't seem very American to me.
I would not appoint a jihadist. I would not.
Well, no, nobody would.
Right. Well, that was the intent of the comment. That was the intent of the comment.
So you're taking it back now?
Well, that was the intent of the comment. Let me explain. Let me explain this to you, okay? I wanted to drive home the point that there are peaceful Muslims, and then there are those that want to kill us.
Right.
And I basically, when I was asked that question, I did answer, would you appoint a Muslim? And I said, no. I was thinking jihadist, and I did not qualify it at that point, but I qualified it later. Because I'll never forget what Benjamin Netanyahu said 3 months after 9/11, and that was two things the American people have got to learn. The jihadists want to kill all of us, and this is what was sticking in my mind. So I would err on the side of caution rather than make sure that we hire the wrong people for.
So you agree we do have very fine Muslim congressmen?
Yes, there are a lot of fine, peaceful Muslims that are willing and have served their country.
Okay, well, it's a fascinating book. This is Herman Cain. I enjoyed reading about your family and your parents. It's his story. It's an American story. I enjoyed it. Herman, thank you, sir. Herman Cain, be right back with the Airborne Toxic Event.